I'm super excited to share with you this beautiful paint color that one of my subscribers requested that I do a color review. It's called Sherwin Williams Panda White. It's a taupe, but it's not your typical taupe. And I'm going to prove it to you what makes this paint color a taupe. And also, I'm going to compare this to other taupes to help give you an idea where does Panda White really sit in the worlds of taupes. I'm also going to talk about why it's important to compare this with the fixed elements that you may have in your home and why lighting will play a role on how Panda White could look like in your home. So the first topic we're going to talk about are undertones. So there's a couple things I want you to know about Panda White. Number one, it's not a white. Don't be misled by this paint color name. It's a taupe. And number two, it's technically not just a taupe, it's a taupe greige, which means it sits on the light spectrums of taupes. And taupe greiges can be warm or cool. And in the next topic, I'm going to talk about where does Panda White sit in the worlds of taupes. And that's where I'm going to prove it to you what makes Panda White a taupe greige. But I want to warm you up here a little bit. I want you to see what makes Panda White taupe by comparing it with other paint colors. So watch what happens when I compare this with Sherwin Williams Greige Villa, which is considered a warm off-white. You're going to notice when you compare Greige Villa with Panda White, you're going to see that taupe in Panda White. And for those of you that don't know what a taupe is, it's a mix of a brown and a little bit of a gray. But watch what happens when I compare this with Sherwin Williams Neutral Ground, which is considered a green beige greige. Watch what happens. When you compare Neutral Ground with Panda White, you're going to instantly see how Panda White is a textbook taupe that leans on the light side, because Neutral Ground, that green beige, is pulling out that gray that you see in Panda White. So now that you know that Panda White's a taupe, but there's a lot more to know about this paint color, and I want to show you by comparing this paint color with other taupes in Sherwin Williams, and this is definitely going to open your eyes. Now I'm going to show you where Sherwin Williams Panda White sits in the worlds of taupes in regards to Sherwin Williams, and I'm going to show you what makes it a taupe greige by comparing it with these other taupes. So watch this. You're going to notice how I have 5 different taupes. The first taupe is taupe tone. The second one is balanced beige. The third one is kestrel white. The fourth one is Panda White. And the fifth one is egret white. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to compare Panda White with 4 of these different taupes to help give you an idea of what makes this a taupe greige. So when I compare this with balanced beige, you're going to notice how Panda White leans on the lighter side. It's definitely a taupe greige, as balanced beige is a really dark, medium, warm taupe. Now, watch what happens when I compare it to kestrel white. This is where you're going to notice how Panda White, again, it leans on the lighter side of kestrel white. And notice how kestrel white is warmer and creamier in comparison to Panda White. And also, in this instance, Panda White is clean in comparison to kestrel white, which is muted. That's really important right there. You also need to be mindful, is Panda White or any of these paint colors that you're trying, is it going to be clean, or is it going to be dirty or muted? So remember that. Now, watch what happens when I compare Panda White with egret white. This is really fascinating. Watch this. When you compare egret white with Panda White, you're going to see how egret white is cooler than Panda White, and Panda White is warmer than egret white. And egret white and Panda White, they're both taupe greiges. If you remember earlier in the video, I was talking about how taupe greiges can be cool or warm. This proves my point. This is why it's so important to compare Panda White with the other colors you may have or other paint colors that you're thinking of painting in your home. Next, I'm going to talk about how I can save you time and money and prevent from making a costly mistake. Why spend hundreds of dollars on paint samples or run the risk of painting the wrong paint color in your home, or spend hours upon hours researching what's the perfect interior or exterior paint color for your home Well, you can just get it right the first time. I help thousands of clients every year. Check out my reviews. I have over 400 5-star reviews. See what they have to say. I would love to help you. But if you think you can do this on your own, then I highly encourage you to go to my website, read my blogs, read the design tips. I just want you to get it right the first time. Next, we're going to talk about lighting. Now, when it comes to lighting, it's complicated. And I know it's complicated because I help thousands of clients every year. I see so many homes. It doesn't matter if it's south-facing or north-facing, east or west. It depends on a lot of other factors. What type of windows do you have? How big are they? How long are they? What's the interior design layout of your home? Where do you live? Do you live somewhere where there's a lot of trees? Well, then you need to put that into account, because if you have something like Panda White, and let's just say you have south-facing, and you do get a lot of lighting, and you have all those trees, don't be surprised if your walls look a little bit green, because you're getting reflection of the undertones from the trees, because Panda White is a really light interior paint color. Or maybe you have a north-facing room, or maybe a part of your home that doesn't receive a lot of natural lighting. Well, then Panda White is going to lean more on that gray side. It's still going to be warm. That's not a bad thing at all. Or maybe you just don't like grays. Panda White might not be the right paint color for you. But let's just say you have the perfect situation, you get a lot of natural lighting, you have a beautiful home, and you wanted to make it really nice and light and transitional, then Panda White could be the right paint color for you, because it's going to look really light and bright, almost like a light creamy taupe, without the yellow, without the greens, without the beiges. So lighting is complicated, and that's why you've got to really pay attention to all the different factors that you may have in your home. Next, I'm going to talk about why comparing Panda White with your fixed elements is so important. When it comes to fixed elements or interior decor, I encourage all of you to get a paint sample of Panda White or make your own. Compare it with what you have in your home. I can't tell you how important this is. Let's just say that maybe you have a cool kitchen. Maybe you have gray kitchen cabinets, or maybe you have an off-white or cool countertops, or maybe your bathroom leans on the cool side. Well, then chances are Panda White is going to look kind of beige-ish. Maybe it might have a little bit of yellow to it. You're not going to like it. It's not going to be a good match. But maybe some of you out there have warm fixed elements. Check out the floorings that you have. Maybe you have your interior decor leans on the warm side. Then chances are Panda White could be the right match for you. Bottom line is, Panda White's a taupe. It's a taupe greige. You need to be mindful of the lighting, and you also need to be very careful when you compare this with your fixed elements. Is it going to be cool or warm? Is it going to be clean or dirty? And the list goes on. You can also eliminate the guesswork, and you can just check out my link in the description section that's right down below, and I can help you regardless if it's interior or exterior. And don't forget, if you have a paint color that you would like me to do a color review, let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.